Hi guys, welcome to the 6th episode of the sparring tutorial. I feel like we got a pretty good sense of common interactions that happens in a sparring match. So today we're gonna start strategizing. First, we're gonna discuss why you shouldn't be in P2 unless you are ready to fight. I'm sure in all my previous episodes, you've noticed that you and your opponent are in P2. And just for review, this is race distance because you are ready to kick your opponent and your opponent is ready to kick you. But you shouldn't really be in P2 unless you are ready to engage for this reason, because your opponent is ready to kick you as well. So at P3, if your opponent throws a K1, he can't reach you. And K2, he won't be able to reach you as well. But if he's loading up to kick a K3, then he's gonna load up for that long kick. And it's a lot easier for you to see and evade the kick at P3. I'm not guaranteeing you complete safety at P3, but it is a lot easier to detect your opponent's movements at P3. It's a safer distance. For today's episode, we're gonna discuss a specific scenario when you slide in from P3 to P2. Now, when you do this, you are going to elicit a certain reaction from your opponent. And we're going to generalize them in 3 different categories. So, when I move in from P3 to P2, he's either going to move in, move back, or stand still. For today, we are going to discuss the 3rd scenario, when he stands still. And before we do any of that, it's really important to know that the way you move in from P3 to P2 has different reactions on your opponent. For example, you can creep in, or you can close the distance fast, or you could jump in, you could step in, you could get creative. Try to come up with different movements and experiment with your teammates and try to see if there's a pattern to how your teammate reacts to you moving in from P3 to P2. Now here is your window of opportunity during this interaction. When you slide in from P3 to P2 and your opponent freezes up, then you literally have microseconds before he realizes that he screwed up. If you miss this window, then he's gonna either close in, move out, and he's gonna be able to evade your K2. So, it's really important that you realize the situation as quickly as possible. So when you move in from P3 to P2, and if you know he's gonna stand still, then take the K2. Back leg, front leg, whatever. Take the K2. And after you take it, clinch or move out. Bah! But another important thing is that you do not have to kick during this interaction. So you check the waters, P3 to P2, and you're just waiting, and you feel like you took too long, then you don't have to kick. You can just reset. You do not have to kick on every single exchange.
Mr. Rex trying to coach Philip.
Here is your homework for today. This is going to be the hardest homework yet, so prepare to be challenged. So you and the holder are going to be in P3. So here are a couple things that the holder has to do. From here, the holder can have 3 different reactions when the kicker moves in from P3 to P2. The 3 are, you can move in, or you can move back, or you can stand still. And as the kicker, you're only going to take the target that is standing still. Don't chase the target when he moves back, or don't try to kick when he moves in. Only kick the target when he's standing still. And a couple important things for the holder as well. make sure that you're holding at random. Try not to develop a pattern where you're moving in, out, in, out, in, out. Try to make the kicker react on what you do, not try to guess what he is going to do. Also, the holder has to be decided on what he's going to do before I move in from P3 to P2. And he should react right when I move into P2. And you can use any kind of K2 in this drill. Rich and I are going to go over maybe 3 different types of K2 and using this drill. Bah! 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 It's okay to mess up. That's why it's practice. Bah! 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 Bah!
Don't you want?
Yeah. Bah! Bah! Bah!